this better? Yeah. Cool. There we go. I was saying that I'm going to stream a lot this year. I'm going to stream a lot more. I may even stream some like gaming stuff. There we go. Yeah, cool. Nice. It's a nice voicing. Maybe a little less gay. Just a touch less. Yeah, that's nice for that. No, it's just drop D. I'm just noodling. It's a lot of that stuff that I like to play in Shenandoah. Right. That's a nice voicing too. never heard of Justin. I'm assuming he's a killer guitar player like everybody is. Yeah, exactly. There's like so many. That'd be nice, right? Yeah, right? Really hard to get that to come out. There we go. Try again. Try again. That's a nice one, though. Maybe you could do those. Try it again. Hang on. What's the voicing? Need a better grip for that. This might be nicer. Yeah, that might be nicer. So like it's like skipping the every 4 strings, right? That's how you do those. The thing is, I'm in drop D, so it makes that voicing not sound as good. It's like that note doesn't need to be that, right? Yeah, what I say is I'm really going to spend a lot of time streaming next year. Not overthinking the hangs. And just sit and play and maybe even stream some gaming stuff. I've been like really enjoying some of those Marcus King style triplets. My buddy Levi Clay posted a good video the other day of him playing, and it was really tasty, you know. Right? Those triplets are so good, right? Those kind of things, right? Let's see what we know. if I could do all that in chord melody. What's the melody line? Here's the melody, right? So yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, maybe that's nice. Maybe that little major 7 would be nice. Yeah. Was that lonely as I was? Right. That'd be nice to work up, right? I need to work that up and like make that a thing. That'd be kind of cool. Right. You're saying it sounds like Free Fallin'? That's cool. Trying to think of how that melody would go. This Eddie says, "Hey Andy, you give me advice during the Guitar View Summit with Luke about learning a ton of music. I survived, got offered the permanent spot. Really appreciate it." That's incredible, dude. Congratulations, man. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, it was. That's what I was kind of noodling with. It just kind of came to my head, right? John DeMarkey, thank you, man. I have been blessed though, man. I've played with some big acts. I've been, playing with the Rascal Flatts guys for years. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Very kind words. I love those. I've been loving those big sassy bends too, where you take a note and slide it. I do too, man. I like the sassy stuff. Those are kind of fun. They're harder in this position to me. To me, they're harder there than they are here. A lesson on major 7th. Country picking helped me a lot. Started the course of True Fire. Incredible, dude. Incredible. Any word when Sir has released your pickups? Yeah. Yeah, that's coming like extremely soon. Like next couple of weeks soon. I can't remember how the verse goes in Free Fallin'. My brain's like farting out. It doesn't work right now. There's been too many songs I've been working on, and I can't remember how the verse goes. I can't remember the lyrics. Is it all the good boys. I can't remember how it goes. I don't know. You guys ever have that where like you're just like you can think of a song and it's just like you know it, but you can't even remember how it goes? Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's a good girl. I don't feel like it's in E though. For some reason, I think it's in D. I feel like it's down there. Maybe it's not. Lonely. Can you review that Lonely in the Night solo? I think it's on my Patreon. I think I did a breakdown for the Lonely in the Night solo on Patreon. Yeah. The Steve Lukather kind of thing where, you know. Is it in G? Is what you're saying it's in? You're saying it's down there? You're saying it's down there in G? Maybe it needs to be down there. Like that. You're saying it's down in G. I knew it wasn't in E. Chuck was saying that like let's compare the two melodies. It's close, but it's not like it's kind of close. And then I mean, probably should use the open string, but I love this voicing because I get that hammer on. It's in D major. Now Scott's saying it's in D. I don't know. I mean, that's the chords. I mean, like the melody or whatever. You're saying it's in D. Yeah. Yeah. right? So you're saying it's in D. He's saying it's F and B flat and C. Oh, okay. I'm just like, everybody's calling out. We'll do it in all 12 keys. It's pretty, though. It's pretty in G. Like with the guitar's tuning being low like that, it's pretty in G. But it's nice in D. Yeah, it's in F flat, you know. It's kind of G's voicing is kind of nice though, isn't it, Scott? Right? It's like the bluegrass kid in me loves playing in G. Oh, wow. Google says it's an F. So, so now we got to do it there. I gotta go high. Yeah, cool. Right. Ever thought of converting one of my guitars to a beat, Sirs to a B bender? I want John to just do one of mine in a B bender. Yeah, got zapped. I hate, you know, it's one of my favorite tunes he does, but it's like you never get to hear that but once. That thing, right? Really gotta, you know, you gotta really earn it when you're on the clean channel. Hey, Scott, or how bad somebody is. That's probably me today. This is actually the Lone Star. It's a little more narrow in the bottom end than the Bella. I think the Bella's a little fatter sounding. But I like this. I like this sound. You know, for that kind of thing, right? Did he do that on the bridge pickup? Yeah, I think so. I think he did that on the bridge, right? The go-to rotary sound I use is the Strymon Mobius. I like that one. Trying to do too much. I only have so many fingers. I feel like the Quad Cortex has probably got a lot of cool stuff in it. They haven't sent me one, so I guess they don't like me. Who knew? They don't want no chicken pickers on that thing, man. Daniel Lee says, show us a trick. Now you see it, now you don't. On how you go from rhythm to lead if you were playing by yourself. I don't know, I've been trying to do it the whole time I've been sitting here playing by myself. Like, I'm just trying to think of what are the most important parts and if I can get them all at the same time. You know, it's like trying to get as many tones as I can. I've got a pretty good Trower setting in here. This one sounds pretty good. That thing, right? Sorry. Tariq says, could you give me a short explanation on left-hand muting, specifically on ascending licks? Ascending licks, I'm not really thinking about a lot of muting because the muting's coming from the right hand. That's no muting. You hear everything carrying on. Funk groove. Man, a lot of times, kind of get you guys caught up here, hang out for a second. Been working really hard on this Shiprock gig, and, I'm the musical director on this thing, which is really cool, the Stowaways, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of tunes, and I'm also doing a set of my own stuff. So when I've been thinking about, like, how I can learn, I mean, you guys see the Vidami logo on the screen, throughout the stream. Vidami's been a great company to work with, and I use the product nonstop. It's always sitting really close I've been using it so much that I've just left the one that's plugged in, because this is the Bluetooth one. You can use it with like your iPad and stuff. And I'll leave the one that's plugged in right now all the time, just so I can loop sections of songs. You know, we've been working on a ton of different tunes, and there's difficult sections of tunes, and I use it to slow down and learn and control all aspects of just YouTube. I had one of my Patreon members ask about it the other day. He's like, I'm thinking about getting this thing. I told him, I was like, man, I've used this thing forever. So I really like it. And thanks to Vidami for such a great 2022. Man, we had a great time doing these, and they've inspired me to play and stream a lot more, and just get in rooms like this and just hang out with you guys in between practicing and recording and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the most valuable tools that anyone can have when they're trying to learn stuff, you know. I see a lot of conversations in the chat going on. Yeah, I mean, like if you want to get into jazz, I'm going to jump into this conversation I see going on. If you want to get into jazz, I mean, Charlie Parker's kind of like one of your guys. Yeah, so the Vidami, it syncs with YouTube. You know, videos that I upload to Patreon, you know, Vimeo and all that stuff. It also will also separately sync to your DAW and allow you to control the recording functions of your DAW and stuff like that. It's really great. It's really, really great product. You know, there's a discount code. If you look in the description of the video, there's a discount code we offer. Carson's chiming in. He said, I managed to get the Vidami to work with my Android tablet. Yeah, okay. So I've not messed with Android. I use all Apple stuff. I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I mean, for me, the workflow is really great. So, Question Everything says, how does someone at your level practice to improve? I don't really buy into the idea of like this regimented 4 hours a day practice thing. I guess it works for some people. I just sit and play the guitar and explore and experiment and try to find sounds that I like, try to find things that sound good to me. I don't know the answer to that. How does someone at your level, like, find something that you love and play along with it, right? Like that's the thing for me, is like just loving music and enjoying simple things. I think oftentimes we limit ourselves to, oh man, I can only really enjoy this if it's complicated. I only really like complicated stuff, or I only like super technical stuff. I really only like technical music. Or I only like intense, you know, really intense harmony. Like, I think that's like, you're not only gatekeeping other people from your music, but you're gatekeeping yourself from just good stuff. You know, like I like Weezer. I like Weezer, right? Every cover band that I've ever heard plays a Weezer song. So obviously the level of difficulty can't be that high. But does that matter? No, it doesn't matter. Like, a grilled cheese is a really simple item to enjoy and make. But I like a grilled cheese, right? So I think improving is maybe more about being in touch with the music that you want to make and the music that you like to make. Not necessarily hinged to complexity. Like, I think that's really important. I mean, there's so many brilliant minds on the planet now, and music is so easily shared through so many people. And you've got people like Rick Beato that just can take you into a level of intensity, into harmony and rhythm in a heartbeat, because he's so brilliant. And I don't throw that word around often, but he's a really brilliant guy. And oftentimes that can be intimidating to a lot of guys that are just getting started. Or maybe it's intimidating to intermediate players that are maybe playing club gigs and stuff, and they want to get better, but they feel like they can never attain that kind of mastery. I I love learning and enjoying new music that I discover. And I love going back and rediscovering other music that I maybe have lost touch with, and I hadn't listened to in a long time. One of the bands I listened to the other day was Avenged Sevenfold. I used to love that band. I loved the white record with the bat on the cover. And I went back and I just enjoyed it, and it's a thing where staying in love with music in general is really important. And oftentimes complexity and we get overwhelmed, and I was talking to, I'm not name dropping, but like Mark Letterry's a good friend of mine, and we talk often, and we were both like talking about the nature of what's popular on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And right now it's just so popular to just mime along and not be playing. And I think that's why I'm inspired to live stream so much. Like if you guys think I'm a great player, cool. If you think I'm terrible and I'm sloppy, I mean, many times of the day, so do I. I think I'm sloppy. And I want to improve that. But at least, with what's happening right now, there's no disputing that it's like I'm playing, like this is what I can play and this is what I can do on the fly when somebody says, hey, this song sounds like this, or this arrangement. It's like you can just, it's honest. There's an honesty. And I think that's sometimes we're not honest with ourselves. Circling back on how to improve, that's a big one. Just be honest with yourself. Like if you don't like something, Scott North is talking about Pat Metheny right now. Pat Metheny's incredible, but it's okay to not like Pat Metheny. I like Pat Metheny. I think he's one of the most brilliant jazz players of all time. It's also okay to be like, if you don't like that kind of music, that's okay. Don't listen to it. You're not going to improve your musicality by listening to something and trying to attain something that you don't like. Like if you genuinely do not like jazz, I'm not gonna sit here and recommend a bunch of Schofield records or Jim Hall records and tell you to go play along with Jamie Abersol recordings. Like I'm not going to do that. That seems like counterintuitive. If you were like, hey man, I want to improve my acoustic rhythm playing, I would be like, hey, go get the Eagles, right? Greatest hits and play along to the Eagles. I think that's some of the greatest acoustic rhythm guitar playing that's ever been recorded. I think those songs are incredible, Like those are really highly valued skills. Let me give you an example. Working with Gary LeVox and the Flats guys, a highly valued skill isn't so much being able to shred like Steve Vai so much as it is being able to fulfill those acoustic needs on some of those songs. Those are just so valuable to what that show is about. And I'm going to scope that back. Why is that valuable? Because it sounds good to the listener. So the listener may not care about the intensity and the intellect behind something. They care if it sounds good. Like there's not a lot of intellect, in Kid Rock's Ball with the Ball. There's not, it's like, it's not an intellectual type of song. There's not a lot of intellect there, but it obviously reaches a lot of people and a lot of people liked it. So if you're one of those people that like that, you should chase down what it is that makes that sound that way. It's the amps or the tones or the whatever. Fish is saying, why not both? Both is great if you like both, in my opinion. But I'm just such a purveyor of like, if you want to improve at something, I think you have to ask yourself, what is it that you love first? Like, what is it that you love? Go there. If you love bluegrass, you should listen to a lot of bluegrass. I'm not saying that you can't stretch the genres and stretch the mediums. Obviously, Bela Fleck is a great example of that. And I love Bela Fleck. I'm a guy that likes to stretch the genre too. Like coming from bluegrass, I still consider myself a bluegrass player first. And like, obviously I play with a bunch of distortion and make these records that are in between rock and country and, light moments of jazzy things. It's like, I like that. but if you're a traditionalist, just play traditionals. Like I'm just such a fan of, if you want to improve something, start with what you like, and then figure out. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I'm kind of glancing over at the chat. You know, I finished the tattoo. Let's see if I can get it up here. Let me open this other window where I can see. There it is. There's the tattoo. I'm going to try to hold it still for you guys so you can see it. Let me try to angle it. Oh, crap. There we go. This is the best one I can get right there. So here's the spires of the castle, and then the walls, and then the mountains right there, and then the bridge with like the water wheels. Yeah, it came out really good. It cost a fortune, and the quality took forever. You know, like the quality's amazing, but it took a long time to do for a piece of that size. You know, it just took a long time, but it was worth it. My shout out to Nick Potter, who did the tattoo work. I'm gonna be using him for other stuff in the future, and he's fantastic. So yeah, man, Nick's amazing. Just wondering who was the fortunate winner of the FM3. I'm not going to tell you yet, Eddie. The FM3 announcement is coming soon. I'm not telling you yet. But we're going to give it away. I'm actually going to do a live stream and just program some stuff into it. Maybe we do that together. What's Line wants some pentatonic patterns that you can do. Yeah, I mean, I like things that like things like that. Obviously, the fives is really great. Like taking a grouping and playing a 5-note group. So that's 1, 3, and then 5, and leaving out the 4. Like that's a really cool idea too. Friggin' guitars, they won't stay in tune. Not in this weather, at least. I have to say though, John's are the best, in my opinion. John Sir, his guitar is just. Other guitars give me such a fit, and that's not nepotism. I think Ernie Ball makes a great guitar. I think Tom Anderson makes a great guitar. But after years of development with John, not only does John make a great guitar, he's like listened to me, and he builds the guitar that I want. You know, he makes the guitar it's not just John's guitar at this point. It's like, you know, there's my ideas in there too. So yeah, I think we do a stream and program that thing, right? Yeah, the pentatonic thing when you're stacking your fifths or your fourths, that kind of thing. That's it. Yeah. The wait time on everything right now, Roddy, is pretty backed up. Yeah, Tom Anderson makes a great guitar though. I really like their guitars. Matt Goins, how are you, Matt? Any chance to get a shot of your pedal board? Yeah, right there's the pedal board. Right there it is. Yep. The big thing right here is just a controller for all the other pedals. This is volume. This is wah, and that's expression. That's just controlling the mix on the delay. So that's what's going on over there in that world. So Wes is saying, would you say an LTD/ESP Tele with 24 frets is a good one to try for an intermediate player? Yeah, I guess. I think you know, like whatever you like is what you go for. Definitely try a ton of stuff and go with the one that speaks to you. Bill says he stumbled across a used classic, and I wasn't even looking for a guitar, and I even picked Mark on the Guard. Found it, and it was almost 16-year-old. Incredible guitar. If you get a chance to, I played some Tylers. Yeah, the Tylers are really great. I use the fractal stuff a lot too. Yeah. It's actually not as big as it looks, Jeff. It's not as big as it looks. Yeah, the Pantheon's a great pedal. I use it for the in-between kind of sound. That kind of thing, like from Chunktown. You know, it's really great for that. You know, and then the gearbox is kind of the fat, warm thing. And then the Andy Timmons pedal is real shreddy. Like that kind of thing. But yeah. That's what I got going on. And I have a smaller one of a smaller version of this board. And I take it on, things where like, maybe flying or whatever. This board's a little more for carrying around, loading onto buses and tractor and trailers and stuff like that. Yeah. Eddie's asking if I still use Fractal. Yeah, love the Fractal. I got an FM9 and it's great. And I use the Fractal stuff with Skankbanger. Actually, shameless plug. Look at that. Look at that hoodie. It's great. Yeah. Greetings, Ukraine. Hey, man, my thoughts are with you guys. Hoping that all that stuff will simmer down and cool off and we can get peace over there for you guys this year. Really sucks to see so much carnage, in my opinion, that's not needed, not justified in any way, shape, or form. So I'm sorry for all that, and if I could change it, I wish I could. I would. Dustin says, Andy, are you live full band tones different from what you're using now? If so, could you demo the difference? No, they're the same. I mean, I'm using a Bella live in stereo. Right now you're hearing just one singular Lone Star. That's right here. Yeah. And I just plugged it up I've just turned it on. It was within arm's reach. There wasn't a lot of thought behind it. Will I ever make presets for the Spark amps? I mean, if they reached out to me and like wanted to hire me to do that, then yes. I need to, I don't have any Spark stuff. It's kind of the same thing as the Axe, Line 6 stuff. If they wanted me to make presets, that I would. It would just have to be a business transaction. Do you ever play a version of Black Magic Woman? Not really. Was it? Whatever. I don't know anything about that, Michael. I'd be interesting. Yeah, this is a Boogie Lone Star. What's the use for a stereo delay? I believe you have it like that on your pedal board. Yeah, I mean, if you want that width, you want the modulation on the delays, you know. Like if I turn off any reverb and just give you a delay, you know, it's like, that's the kind of, you see how much like modulation's on that? And I use the controller to control the mix. Yeah, Alan, we're doing another Woodshed camp this summer, and I'm going to announce, hopefully, this week, some of our guests. Zella Records is asking about my Woodshed comp. It's not really based on any of those. It's its own thing. It's if anything, I think the closest it could be compared to is a Carl Martin, but there's things that we're doing that's not in the Carl Martin. I'm a compressor-aholic. I've got all of them. I really love them, and I'm saying the Barber Tone Press, the Koji. I got so many compressors, old Dynacomps. You know, I think that what I look for is something that allows the dynamics to cut through, but provides that like little MSG, that little something special to your tone. Like, here's without the compressor. Here's with it. And then without it again. It's just such a feel good. It just sounds so good. Bridge pickup, you know, without it. And then with it. I think it sounds great. Easily my favorite. So, yeah. But again, it's not like it was something that I worked on and spent a lot of time working with. I think it's, you know, for what I like, it's, you know, the best compressor that I've tried. Bill Wilson is saying recommendation: get a gearbox and a Woodshed compressor and a halo delay. There you go. It's funny you say that. That's literally this little baby board that I've got right here. This board right here just can kind of do everything. Just a gearbox, a Woodshed, halo, and then expression pedal. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You know, it's like really, really simple. Aubrey's a great good guitar player. Yeah, he's really good. I mean, my favorite bluegrass guitar players, God, sound like a cliche right now, but Tony Rice, you know, Brian Sutton, like those are my guys. Mark O'Connor's first record where he was playing acoustic guitar, Markology. That's what I'm into as far as bluegrass players. I think Chris Eldridge is a good player. I think he's really, you know, really does great with the Punch Brothers. That's a tall order to play with that band. And I think he does a great job. Billy Strings is doing a lot of amazing things for bluegrass and bringing a lot of attention to it. Cody Kilby is so sick, man. Cody Kilby's a great guitar player. Michael's saying gearbox. What do you favor, the red into blue or blue into red? I like it blue into red. We just offered the toggle for other people if they want to mess with it, but I use the blue into the red. Tony Rice, yeah, man. Like, it's so great. It's just such a sound. Yeah. Here we go with Dustin. He says, do you find that you had to EQ brighter when playing with the flats? With all due respect, the tones sound really warm and darkish. Yeah. I go a little brighter with flats for sure. And I think that's just the nature of, like, there's not one ring to rule them all. It's not like that. It's like what sounds really good in a mix, it changes. Yeah. Billy's great, man. I really like his playing. I think, Trey Hensley, I've had him on my channel. I'd love to have him back as a guest, maybe in the live streams. And, yeah, cheers to all you guys. Seriously. Thank you who have not only purchased Gearbox, but are really enjoying it. There was a lot of love that went into that pedal and a lot of time. We wanted to make something that really worked with a lot of different styles and also didn't try to be too many things. It's just kind of a good overdrive / distortion. And the noise gate is there if you need it. And if you don't want it, roll it out. It's not required. Yeah, Michael. I mean, that's the thing is, like, you can really do a lot of different things. I have the red, like, I actually control the top end, like the treble of the pedal, with the mid knob. That is, to me, what controls a lot of top end. I'll just show you. And then if I go with the mids up, a lot of mids. It's like that's just the mids. So for me, I like it, controlling that. Dustin, I use the bass at like 11 o'clock, the treble at noon on the red side, the gain at like 2 o'clock, and the mids at like 9 o'clock. And that really works well. Yeah, that's how I like it. Yeah, same, Michael, just past amp breakup. Yeah, the new Nashville Cats thing was really great on the American Music Shop was the name of that show. Yeah, I think, so let me ask you guys this. Let's just take a few minutes to just kind of hang out. I've struggled with the idea of like live streaming to a different channel. That seems counterintuitive. And the reason I say that is like, I'd like to stream, maybe some video gaming stuff, because I want to hang out and I want to create content. But I don't want to create another channel. Like, I feel like I've also been wanting to do, and maybe I start next week, is like, I want to do just a off topic, maybe even call it that, off topic Mondays, where we don't talk about guitar and we talk about all these other things that are going on in the world. And I don't mean that in a political, social aspect. I mean, like, talk about football, talk about, cars. I'm a big car guy. Talk about gaming, talk about sports. Like, I'm thinking about doing an off topic thing. I really love, keeping up with theme parks and that kind of stuff. And I know it sounds weird, but like, I really love that stuff. I like to talk about that too. So but I don't want to create another channel for it. I just want to kind of Andy Wood channel be what it is. Just like stuff that I'm into. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be stuff that I'd be interested to see what you guys think about. I guess the proof would truly be in the results of it, if you guys like it or not. So Jim Dover asked if I use my compressor with my acoustic guitar. I haven't, but I'm not opposed to it. I in general don't use a compressor on the acoustic guitar. Maybe I should look at that. Maybe that could be a cool sound. I mean, maybe. Yeah, talking about cars, man. Ken Block. This is the kind of stuff I'd be into talking about. It's like, man, just in 24, 36 hours, Ken Block, Team Hoonigan, did a lot for racing. He passed away in a snowmobile accident. Jeremy Renner, who plays Hawkeye, was in an accident with his leg, from what I gather. He was using a snowplow. Snowcat got a hold of his leg and tore his leg up real bad. And then the young man that played for the Bills, Damien, I think. I'm not a big Bills fan. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just like, I don't follow the Bills. I'm a Bears fan. But he had a cardiac arrest kind of thing last night. So like, it was crazy, 36 hours of really famous people getting hurt and dying and stuff. Thomas Moore saying, what speakers do you like? I like classic lead 80s. I like G1265s. I like EV12Ls. I love the EV12L. Great one. Please keep all streaming on YouTube. Yeah, right? That's better. Post whatever you want. People will not click on stuff. It's easy. Yeah. Just do it as a day, like any particular day. Yeah, I like that, man. That could be cool. Yeah. It's like, you make a great point. It's like with guitar, it's different. But also it's like, it's just stuff that I like to talk to you guys about, It's like, oftentimes the content creator thing is like, looked like a one-way street. But to me, it's like, I get so much from hanging out with you guys and talking to you guys. It's like that kind of thing. Dustin says, is the compressor always on, even with higher gain? No, with high gain, I don't need it. Pele, yeah, that was a week and a half ago, right? Yeah. Or so. Pele was, obviously. I guarantee there's going to be some arenas named after him for sure. Sacred City, New York says, care about the algorithm and if people getting notifications. If you make a video that doesn't do well, then it won't send notifications for the channel. If you don't care, then do it. Isn't that crazy talk? Isn't that crazy? That's why people make new channels. The algorithm's ruthless. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Are your live one-on-one lessons still available? Eddie, the live one-on-one lessons are available through Patreon. Patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic. Sign up at the monster tier, and that gets you access to one-on-one lesson as well as a weekly live Zoom masterclass. So you actually get like 5 lessons a month. 1 is one-on-one and 4 are group lessons. So that's all through Patreon. Michael, that's a great point. Like, these guys are so, football players are so big now. Oh, cheers, Thomas. You won the Bloom. That's killer. So cool. Tasting notes with Andy Wood, bourbons you're into. That'd be a good one, Brad. I'd like that. I'd like that a lot. Yeah. Talking about some bourbons would be cool. But yeah, to me, it's just like, I may just do off-topic Mondays, and that just may be what it's called. Off-topic. Because the rest of the time will be about music, and I'll be streaming a lot of other stuff, right? Thanks, Chuck. Daniel Lee says, seems like I can never get my acoustic to sound right. Maybe I need to put a compressor on. So Daniel, what kind of acoustic do you have? What kind of pickup do you have? I like those Bags pickups, the LR Bags pickups. I like those a lot. And also, if you maybe you're interested, I did an episode on my channel talking about the Bix from Grace Audio. Grace Audio makes a preamp. And I use that on acoustic guitars, and it sounds really, really great. Check that out. Grace Audio. Hey, Eddie, thanks for signing up for the Patreon. If you've signed up at one of the higher tiers, make sure to message me and get your lesson booked. We do it like that. Live from the Woodshed, donuts in the parking lot. If you do gaming as well, what kind of games are you into? Adam, I like all kinds. Obviously, I've got a gaming clan of guys, and we've been playing a lot of Call of Duty lately. I skipped out on like 5 Call of Duties, so this is the first one I've played in a long time. But in general, I play a lot of Destiny 2. I play racing games. Forza Horizon is one of my favorite series. I played the Marvel's Avengers game. It was really fun, and then it just fell off. They didn't support it. What else do I play? Jedi Fallen Order, I've just started that because I want to be ready for the new one that comes out. And also I tell you one that looks cool that's coming out is the Hogwarts Harry Potter one. That actually looks really cool. But I play a lot of vintage games too, like Mario Kart, and I love Legend of Zelda. It's one of my all-time favorite. Like even in my tattoo, I use the spires from Hyrule Castle at the top. So yeah. I've been playing Hitman 3 a lot. Yeah, that's a good one. What is your go-to overdrive boost that you use more than anything? The gearbox, Brian, easily. Like this right here. That's the one you want right there. This is like, I could do about anything with this board right here. I need to clean it up and put cables that are the exact length. But yeah, this is the board in my opinion. Yeah. Yep. I love it. I love it a lot. I'm always surprised by how many guitar folks play Destiny. I remember hearing Tom Quayle playing his Destiny as well. Yeah. A lot of us really love it. It's just really good. Been playing it too much, he says. Trying some indie games out. Hogwarts Legacy looks really cool. Zelda's classic. Yeah, all that stuff. Roddy is saying Kentucky or Tennessee whiskey. I mean, technically bourbon is more of a Kentucky thing, and like Tennessee is more the JD thing. I like both. I lean towards bourbons. I like Basil Hayden for bang for the buck. You know, Weller, Blanton's, Buffalo Trace, all good. Everybody makes a good one. I think my favorite is the Jefferson's Oceans right now. If you have a chance to try that one, it's really good. The Jefferson's Oceans are really nice. New Assassin's Creed show on Netflix. Yeah, I'd be interested in that. Travis Toy, who plays Steel with me, plays a lot of Assassin's Creed, which is cool. Bill Wilson, Gearbox Channel 2, gives me the best creamy sustain I've ever heard on a pedal. Fantastic. That's it right there. Dustin says, I don't know if I'm ready to see Andy tilt. I don't really tilt very often. I really, really don't. Eddie says, didn't you use that small board with Brett Papa? I did. I was using Brett's amps, though, so obviously the nature of my guitar tone had a different character. No H9. Every pro board needs some Eventide on it. Yeah, I actually had a really interesting, I'll tell this. I don't care. If Eventide hears about it, then they can reach out. But I'll tell this story. Camera in. A few years ago, I was at NAMM, and this was the year that I was out with Rascal Flatts and was putting together boards and stuff. And I feel like the H9 maybe was just coming out. And I go over to their booth, and hey, first of all, let me say this. I know my last name's not Clapton. I'm not the most famous guitar player in the world, right? Like, I'm not Slash. Shocker, right? But I go over to their booth, and I was like, hey, I'm Andy, interested in some of your stuff. Do you have artist programs, things like that? I'm going to be playing with Rascal Flatts this year, and kind of interested in, like, what is this stuff all about? And I got completely ignored. The guy was like, it was like the biggest pain in his butt to talk to me at NAMM, at a trade show. And I'm literally going to be playing arenas with one of the biggest country music acts of all time. And he was just like, I mean, it can do so much. I don't even know where to start. And I was just like, well, I mean, like, you can tell me if it does delay or reverb or anything. Well, I mean, you can see here on the algorithm, and then you have to download more packs and do this. And like, it was the most dismissive. I don't know who their A&R guy was. I don't know who was at the booth that year, but whoever he was, it was the biggest chooch ever. And since then I was like, I'm just not going to use Eventide. Because there's plenty of companies that make stuff that sound good. And if that's the way that you talk to your artist, that's the way that I would get handled if I was on the road and I needed a replacement. What if my board got damaged? What if your pedal got damaged? And then what if something got damaged? That's how you're going to talk to your artist? That's how you're going to handle your artist? Hey, Eventide may be great to a ton of different people. I don't know. I have one experience with them. One. And it was such a negative experience. I was like, all right, I don't need it. Not going to use it. And let's be honest, they don't need me. So that's how I look at it. I don't need to be worshipped. I don't need to be respected. I don't need I don't need to be glorified or any of that kind of cliche stuff. None of it. But at least just treat me like a human being if I'm in your booth at a trade show, which is why you're at the booth, which is why you're there. You're there to sell stuff and meet artists. The artist is there to rep your stuff and play your stuff and sell it for you, right? Like that's how the game works. And he was such a chooch. I'll never forget. He had black curly hair and was just a chooch. I don't even remember anything else. His experience was so awful. With that said, the greatest companies I've ever worked with, John Sir, Fractal. I love working with Brian Wampler, Daniel at Gig Rig. Amazing. All of those companies are fantastic. Strymon is great. They just are like, hey man, here's a discount. We don't give anything away for free. Order what you want. We're here for ultimate support. They ship so fast. And I was like, hey, cool. Well, I don't need stuff for free. Like that's not a problem. The only thing I expect for free is something that's got my name on it, right? It's like, that's the thing. I have plenty of companies reach out wanting to send me stuff all the time. And I'm actually in the minority of a lot of friends of mine. I don't take it. Like I don't need more stuff in my studio. The stuff that I look for, I value and like I will play because I like it. Great companies to work with. AMS, Sweetwater, Universal Audio is great to work with. I love working with those guys. Paul Reed Smith guitars, great to work with. Bev and Rich are incredible. But yeah, that's my Eventide story. And yeah, I just don't care. If they saw this video and they hate me for saying it publicly, cool. Maybe they won't act like that to another artist in the future, and that'll solve their problems. Yeah. So if you're an A&R guy, or if you're watching this and you're in the industry, don't ever be rude to artists especially artists that are like literally going to be out at the top of the field doing the thing. Like you want those guys playing your stuff. But to me, it's less about me expecting the unit for free. I don't care about that. It's more about like, if you're that rude to me when I'm asking about it, then I know that getting parts for it or getting support if I'm on the road is going to be a nightmare. That's just not worth it. I need companies like, if my Strymon delay broke or got damaged or run over by a truck, I could reach out to them and be like, I need one yesterday. I need it now. I need it delivered to this hotel room. I need it overnighted. We'll figure out the cost. Get it to me, right? Same way with dealing with Brian Wampler and John Sir. Like, I'll tell you a great story about Sir. We were doing a event, the ACMs or the Grammys, or one of the big ones. And it was us and Christina Aguilera. It was like Rascal Flatts doing a duet with Christina Aguilera. And the whole stage had to be like, we got this memo like a week, maybe a week and a half before the gig. They say, hey, white instruments. You got to play white instruments. I was like, I don't have a white Sir. I'm playing the biggest gig of the year. I need to rep my family. They're all like, oh, Joe Don's got a white PRS you can play. And I'm just like, or I can't remember if it's a PRS. I'm saying, you got a white Tyler or whatever. The white something. I was like, dude, I'm playing this huge gig. That's my job as the artist to like rep my guys. So I called Sir and I was like, I need a white guitar. And they're like, cool, we can get it to you in like, there was one coming off the line in like 60 days. And I was like, no, I need it like a week from now. So they reached out to a dealer that had a white telly ordered. And they said, hey, Andy Wood is, like one of our artists. And they're like, oh yeah, whatever. And can we ship this guitar to him and then ship it back, ship it to you? So they jumped through a million hoops, dealt with a dealer to technically give the dealer a used guitar to sell as a new guitar, because I was going to use it on the award show. Like, now granted, I'm not going to beat it up or throw it around or anything, but like, that was amazing. And I was like, okay, I'm at the right spot. They know I need this guitar, and they got me a white guitar, and I played the white telly on the awards with Christina, and there you go. Pooh Ninja says Rev rules. Rev does rule. I've worked with Rev a lot. So yeah. Pooh says, if you work with Wampler, does he let you pet the goats? I try to stay away from his goats. I was at Artisan Guitars in Franklin. The owner waited on me and treated me incredible. That's what you want, man. Have you seen the new Tosin guitar, the Music Man Kaizen? Yeah, I would actually, like, that would be a 7-string I would be into having. I think it looks really cool, like space guitar. I know that, like, chicken picking licks would be weird to hear on it, but, like, yeah. F says the old school rack mount Eventide H3000 is legendary. Yeah, I think they make great stuff. I mean, freaking Eddie Van Halen used it. Like Steve Lukather. I mean, like, there's no doubt that the quality is amazing. I have no doubt in my mind. But just that one NAMM thing, I was like, yep, don't need it. Fish says, most of my friends who have been have endorsements follow AR reps when they go to different companies. Relationships are so important. Yeah, absolutely. I get that for sure. I'm still great friends with a guy named Travis, who was my A&R at SUR for many years, and he helped with the signature models, and I'm still great friends with him. He hadn't been with the company for a while. So yeah, there you go. Michael says 7-string. I'm better play a 6. Yeah, I mean, you know, me too, but whatever. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on music. Artist relationship. I guess we kind of got there by talking about Eventide, but yeah, I just, you know, I hope that who that was isn't there at the company anymore, because I think it's a bad face for the company. And I think the company makes incredible stuff and they deserve better representation. And who knows, COVID could have wiped out whoever their staff was. As far as, no, I don't mean that literally. I mean, like, COVID could have caused a big staffing change or whatever. Yeah. So, thanks for hanging out, man. We went over by like 40 minutes, but that's okay. That's okay. Speaking of great companies, if you have a chance, check out the Vidami. It's really great. Allows you to slow down, speed up, control speed is what I mean. Allows you to loop, sections of music, YouTube videos, all that kind of good stuff. You can control it from your feet. Keep your hands on your guitar. That's the idea. That is the idea, my friends. So yeah, let's see. Have I ever been to Wampler's house? No, I've not. I've not been to Wampler's house. Guys, I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to be doing some more streaming throughout the week, and we're going to do some rehearsal tomorrow. So we may go live from rehearsal. Who knows? See what happens. Hope you guys have an amazing 2023. And yeah, looking forward to doing a lot more streaming and different styles of content. Next video, I think, is going to be on triplets, triple tapping. Triplets are good. And it's a great way to spice up your playing. Eddie says, this is out of topic. Haven't lived in Tennessee for 7 years. Wondering how the weather is. It's really rainy and messy today. Yeah, please, guys. Hit the bell. Hit the like. The subscribe. All that kind of stuff. Help me keep this thing going. That's really what it does. If you're interested in one-on-one lessons, if you're interested on master classes and transcriptions and videos, exclusive content, that's all over at Patreon. That's the way to hang out in Zoom calls. So like that's how I do it over there. Zoom, Skype type things, and allows me to interact with you guys. Great hang, Randy Heston. Happy New Year, AMS. There's you a great company right there. You guys looking to shop. I can't recommend them enough. AMS has helped me out by literally being like, hey man, I need this case. I need it yesterday. And they got it to me. Great company. Speaking of AMS and Shiprocked, I'll be judging the guitar contest on Shiprocked, which is going to be a blast. So yeah, make sure to do your shopping there. Check those guys out. Check out all the companies that I've talked about, that I brag about, because they're awesome. Happy New Year, everyone. And Chuck has got the .coms right there, patreon.com, andywoodmusic.com. Be working on albums. trying to get things done and caught up, and hopefully we'll be announcing the FM3 winner real soon. I can't wait. I can't wait to give that thing away. And before we give it away, I'm gonna make a stream. We're gonna live stream, and I'm just gonna make a bunch of tones for you. We'll just load in as many as we can. It'll be great. Cheers, guys. I hope you have a great beginning of the year. You know, kick it off with style. Cheers.